Hey there, thanks for tuning into Navstar. Today we are introducing the Tundra V3, the latest generation of the venerable STOL aircraft that has become a beloved staple in the HobbyKing line. Bush planes are the ultimate off-road flyers. They started in the early 20th century with surplus World War II equipment, like the Curtiss M4 Jenny, and rapidly became a fan favorite up in the wilds of Canada, where roads really didn't have great access to airports. It very quickly became a staple for backcountry access, and it has excellent short takeoff and landing, made it excellent for those purposes. All right, let's get on with the Maiden. Had a great day. It was blowing 10 to 12 knots out of the south. Had a great takeoff with takeoff flaps, and away we went. I immediately noted that the 4S battery was awesome. Previous versions were fitted and designed for the 3S battery pack. So this aircraft has a much improved flight profile as a result. Here's a good shot from our aft-looking camera on the aircraft. We like to do that at Navstar, give you a little more perspective on her flight characteristics. But other changes included daylight bright LEDs, so it's really giving you a good dawn to dusk flying, and reinforced nylon prop that's more efficient. Seem to be better balanced than previous versions, and trust me, I did my research on this. We've got some real Tundra aficionados at the club, and I was following one of them around that morning on our flight testing, and even gave there he is. There's Jim flying around. Gave him a chance on the sticks to really show his prowess with this aircraft. He's a real maestro with it. The V3 also includes a Aerostar reverse function system, G2 ESC. And we've got such a long runway here. I didn't hook it up, but I have seen some videos where guys have been using it on their very, very short runways or backyards, and it works really, really well. There are lots of little upgrades here and there from the V2. So this aircraft is so much fun to fly because of its STOL characteristics. With this brisk breeze today, I could literally get this thing to hover, and I didn't capture some of those where it was almost standing still on video, but it got darn close on the maiden flights here, and super stable. Really had difficulty getting this thing to give me some Dutch rolls with stalls. It basically just nosed down. CG is important on this one, of course, so you want to get that right. But, bottom line, the version 3 is much more fun to fly than previous versions. And there are plenty of spare parts available as of the publishing of this video. And go out and get yourself one. As you can see, she has some really incredible characteristics as it relates to her climb. And please pardon the background noise. We had one of our classic flyers on a gasser going up in the background. But that's one of the things I love about this club. But check out the ability of our pilot here, Jim. He can make this do some things that are just incredible. And this is just touching the surface, because he literally flies this every day, and he's been able to really push the limits on it. So his viewpoint on the V3 is very consistent with others. This aircraft represents a staple of the HobbyKing lineup, and it is a much loved plane as a result. I would suggest that this could be used as a newcomer's plane if and only if there is stabilization or safe mode. Then it could be flown as long as those limits were known and placed into its programming. This is a good example of why 4S is so awesome on this aircraft. Look at her stability in inverted flight coming around. Impressive. There we go. So we had a great series of flights that day. Setup was a breeze. I had this plane built in under an hour, and really no complaints. No complaints at all. It is everything they say it is. And here's Jim swooping in ahead of me to land our aircraft after a fantastic maiden flight day with lots of fun. Very forgiving, but it can also push the limit if you want. So there you have it. You can see we've got the Grand Tundra in the background. That is also an incredible plane running on 6S, and I think that you would be happy with that as well. But we've got a fleet of them here. 5 out of 5 for a classic STOL flyer. Really, what more can I say about it? It's a great plane. 4 out of 5 for a newbie if you have a gyro and run in safe mode. And all in all, really easy to build. So go out and get yourself one. Model's been kindly supplied by HobbyKing USA, and we greatly appreciate their collaboration. And looking forward to doing some more reviews for them so you guys can see what you get. So thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And stay tuned for some bonus build content next. We're going to show you how we put this thing together. Have a great day no matter what. All right, super low part count. Love that. Very easy to put together. And I think that anyone will have a lot of fun, and it won't take very long to do so. Landing gear is pretty straightforward. Select the right one though. There's 2 sets, one for the floats, and the diagram is easy to understand. They need to be properly fitted to the fuselage with the brackets, as you can see here, and then the associated springs fitted. Wheels need a little bit of spinning to get on and adjusting the wheel nuts, but eventually I got them spinning at the same rate. And then once you hook those up, you can go back and take a look at the tail wheel, which has 2 screws. Actually, yeah, just 2 screws holding that in place. Not much to say there. The elevators slide right in and connect easily and are mounted with 2 additional M2s in the back. A 3rd screw is used to hold them to the bar that supports connecting those 2 together. Then go through and make sure you check that your servos are centered, and then you can retighten the grub screws on those as well. It's also supplied with a laser cut FPV cockpit you can place on the front. The wings slid together and are secured easily. The struts are also secured without any difficulty whatsoever. Here's the settings for the flaps. Yes, you can go 90 degrees on the full ones, and you can fly with them. I thought that's amazing. 10 to 20 millimeters on the aileron throws, 8 to 12 on the elevators. As much rudder as you think you need. Here's a shot of the FPV camera being installed. And I also found it really interesting, there's a tow hook assembly, so you can put that on there if you're towing gliders, and a candy dropper, which is optional. Snow skis. I don't know if I'm going to need them in Southeast Texas, but we did last year. Alright, there you go. That's a quick look at the build. Not much to say here, but I wanted to put it in anyways in case you're buying your first or second plane. Anyways, we appreciate you guys. I can't thank you enough for making this channel what it is, and giving us a like and subscribe really helps. I'll say it again. So, have a great day no matter what, and God bless.